Raptors taking on the Wizards. For the Raptors, losing 7 out of their last 10 games has left a bad taste in their mouths. But tonight represents a new beginning, and they want to taste victory once again. Wizards, Raptors, the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, "I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became shooter." Kevin, it still is.
It sure is. Thanks, David. And here's a look at some numbers for Powell.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Bell, Shabazz Napier out there with Wall. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Beal in at the 3 slot. And for the Raptors, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love D.C. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
Now, here's Napier. Passes it to Bryant. Looking for Beal. He gets it there.
See, I love how Bill didn't settle for the layup right there. He made sure to finish it with strength.
Siakam looking around. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
On offense, here are the Wizards. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
And Washington has possession. Napier passes to Bryant. Gasol with the defensive effort. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. Really left alone that time.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Pass to Johnson. From 10 feet out. Good.
Oh, what slick handles by Johnson. He just made the D look silly there.
Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Napier feeling it out a bit. Left side, Wall. For 3, and again, Washington with the triple.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. And when you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
Pass to Siakam. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Washington's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. At times, Chris, reporters have talked about a rift between Beal and Wall. But you know what? Beal has nothing but great things to say about his backcourt mate.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, Bill has said himself that he believes a lot of his success is due to Wall. I mean, Bill's production with Wall sideline flourished. I mean, but Bill would much prefer to have Wall by his side.
And the first one drops. Chris, if your team's style of play doesn't seem to be working, do you still have time within a season to change it?
There's always time, as long as everyone is on the same page. And if something's not working, the worst thing you can do is to keep going in that direction. You need to bring everyone in, let them know the mistakes that we've made, let them know our new outlook, and ask everyone, are they in on it? And if they're not, those guys that aren't in on it, you stay in the locker room. We'll be back after the game. And if everyone's in on it, we're going to have a heck of a time. We're going to have a heck of a time because now we have a new outlook. And sometimes with a new outlook, it brings positive energy.
Wall passes to Bell, and he jams it with authority.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the open man.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Lowry. Johnson left side. Back to Lowry. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. Off the left rim and out.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
It's so tough to slow down Wall. Once he has a head of steam behind him, you got to foul or either hope he misses.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
When you're just talking about pure speed, Wall is incredible, an explosive point guard who dominates at both ends.
To the middle, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the bucket by the Wizards. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Well, they certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
And let's see the stat sheet here on John Wall. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging about 22 points per, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet moves.
Clearly a foul.
Toronto shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And the most improved player in the league last season
Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category.
Siakam hits them both. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Lowry. Siakam trying to free himself up. Lowry can't get it to go. There's the pass to Bryant. Stolen by Van Vliet. On the wing, Johnson takes a three. Rebounded by Bell. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 17-6 run. Count it. 8 points for Beal.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Raptors trail by 13. Van Vliet kicks to Johnson. Back to Van Vliet. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Bell with the block.
Have to be careful around Bell. I mean, he's very talented at reading his man and knowing when to go after blocks.
Two on the clock. Van Vliet.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Wall passes to Beal. Napier kicks to Bell. Toronto grabs the miss.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Connects from three-point range.
Oh, man, and it's important to this team that Johnson connects on these perimeter attempts. He's remarkable at opening the floor for his guys.
Wall passes to Bell. Here's Beal, covered by Siakam. Passes it to Bryant. Over Gasol. Another one falls for Washington.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Raptors trail by 12. Cloak loose. And here is Van Vliet. No points in the game yet for him. And it's sent back by Bryant.
Now, the size of Gasol makes him a tough cover. Plus, he knows how to draw fouls.
For Toronto, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
And Toronto making a change here. Powell's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Here is Lowry after the basket by Washington. Siakam outside. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Siakam's got 6 points.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now here's Beal. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 6.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
It's Powell on the wing. Right wing, Gasol, that's a two-pointer, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, he makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Toronto calls timeout. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Ibaka comes in for Marc Gasol. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Johnson. Then for the Wizards, Davis Bertans checks in for Thomas Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Bradley Beal. And Smith subbed in for Napier.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the rain. I mean, but that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Lowry against Smith. Lowry can't get it to go.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Siakam against Bell. Pass to Hachimura. They get it again. Back to Bell. Over Ibaka. That one off the back iron and out.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And Siakam throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Hachimura. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Raptors trail by 17, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Ibaka with the ball. Working on Bertans. Shots good by Ibaka.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Now here is Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bertans finds Wall. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Powell. That misses off the backboard. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Down by 15. Pass to Powell. Ibaka against Smith. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. From deep, Wall. The shot misses. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Siakam banked in off the glass. Siakam's got 10.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Right side Wall. Here's Bertans. Kicks to Bell. Outside, Wall. The Wizards with another miss.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And Siakam throws it down.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And there's the pass to Bertens. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Raptors trail by 13. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. Well, you look at Hachimura, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
He's brought that physicality. I mean, given a chance to contribute, he's shown that he can battle inside with the best of them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. And a change for the Wizards. Mo Wagner's checked in for Bell. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And what's interesting about Ibaka, he's played basketball internationally ever since joining the NBA back in '08. In fact, he won a silver medal with Spain in 2012.
Now, here is Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Wagner. Toronto grabs the miss.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Smith against Powell. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Ibaka, and again, Toronto no up. Here's Wagner. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
First free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. From past the arc. But he recovers it. Here's McCaw. The wing jumper off target. John Wall getting it done for the Washington Wizards. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot, energy, and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Smith is out there with Wall. And there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Wagner in at the 4. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. 9-point game. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's Anunoby. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. From the Wizards, their shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." And Kevin, that's what made him from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Free throw drop for Smith. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh,
and
great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road it's great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, "Hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby."
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
Now here's Beal. He's guarded closely. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss him.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's McCall. He's covered by Beal. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Shoots over Van Vliet. Beal can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 12. 14 feet away. And that one is off. Here's Hachimura. He had 10 points in the win against Chicago.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
The 11-footer. McCaw misses. Wizards leading by 12. Here's Beal. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Beal's got 10.
You can't give Beal these lanes. I mean, when you do, he's great at exploiting them.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Anunoby, guarded by Mahimi. Anunoby passes to Hollis Jefferson. A second chance effort. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Saturday, they'll start out on the road and play the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And then on Monday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East would definitely turn some heads.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. Marc Gasol's checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Patrick McCaw. And a change for the Wizards. Napier's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Washington leading now by 12. It's Beal on the wing. Pass to Wagner. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Lowry against Beal. The drive by Lowry. Now the feed to Gasol. And the rejection by Mahimi. Shoots a three. They get it back. Here's Wagner, and he dunks it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Now here's Van Vliet. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. Gasol wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. The Wizards have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Beal trying to break loose. It's good on the putback.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Van Vliet. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Johnson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Outside Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Inside. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I like that feed from Gasol. I mean, when you've got your 5 moving the ball like that, it lifts everybody.
Wizards leading by 16. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Van Vliet with it. He's got 5. Johnson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Three-pointer, Lowry. Rebound by Mahimi.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now here's Napier. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Here's Anunoby. Nails the 16-footer. Anunoby's got his second bucket tonight.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
Napier passes to Mahimi. Down low. Here's Wagner. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Raptors trail by 18. Toronto calls timeout. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call a ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, Tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only has the league taken steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach. His only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
Here's Napier, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Pass to Wagner. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bryant. Puts up a 3. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Napier. His last outing, he had 8 points. Beal, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Kevin, and it didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that Bradley Beal is a franchise player. I mean, he's worked on his game year to year, and now he's a superstar in this league.
The Wizards have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. First one falls for him. And Chris, with Beal, it's in large part due to how he has expanded his game, which means he now impacts the game more.
Yeah. Well, Beal moves so much on both offense and defense. He's a very active player. He's never passive on the floor, and he looks for ways to inject himself into games.
And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media is going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yep, that one goes in there.
I mean, he's an absolute nightmare trying to guard him. Don't let Bill get any rhythm.
And here's Lowry. He had 22 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals. His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
4-on-3 break. Shot clock reset for Toronto. The shot by Johnson, no good.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay-in.
Here's Hachimura, covered by Siakam. Hachimura the pass to Napier.
I'm open.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Wizards have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And he makes the first. The Raptors making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Bertans comes in for Mo Wagner. And John Wall subbed in for Hachimura. And both free throws good for Napier. And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Gasol. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Siakam. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's getting around 20 points per, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
Hey, yo.
Feeds it to Beal. And it's Wall in the corner. To the paint. Here's Bertans. And another miss by Washington.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Powell kicks to Ibaka. The shot by Lowry. Wide open. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Hate to say it, but he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
And finish off by Bryant.
Oh, you got to respect the passing skills of Wall. He's so adept at filling out the defense. He knows when to dish it.
1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. Lowry passes to Siakam. Looks for Lowry, gets it to him. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Napier. He's got 5. Beal finds Bryant. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 6 rebounds in the game. The pass to Ibaka. Shoots over Beal. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Bell, he's checked in for Washington. Smith comes in for Napier. Free throw good. Serge Ibaka.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Beal, the pass to Bertans. Wall against Powell. Shot clock at 5. There's Beal with the 3. He's off on that one. Good D by Siakam. For Toronto, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Marc Gasol. Siakam hits them both.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past, respected coach who has won Coach of the Year, but the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Now, here's Bertans. His last outing, he had 8 points. Beal can't get it to go.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Here's Siakam. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Smith dishes to Beal. Here's Bell. No good, unable to end this run. With 1 on the clock. No good that time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Wizards up by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bradley, great first half for you. Look, we know you come from a football-playing family. It looked like you wanted to establish control in a football-type way in the first half.
Oh, you have to. This is a physical game. You see the refs they call a lot of hard fouls, but sometimes they don't call them. So, I mean, you can't complain about it. You just have to just keep attacking. And these guys are big. I mean, this is the NBA, so you have to be physical and not complain and try to go strong every time you go to the basket.
Bradley, thanks for your time. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Bradley Beal had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
A guy who just continues to improve, Bradley Beal. The shot selection, the playmaking, the rebounding, you can count on him for a lot more than points now.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Raptors 5 right now. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. And it's Johnson in at the 3. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Gasol. 12th in three-point field goal percentage. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him, but time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it. First free throw is good. Grizz, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing a oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that'll say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
Raptors trail by 15. Johnson outside. Back to Lowry. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. And you look at Van Vliet, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
Well, it's fun to watch these guys in action. Their creativity, the vision they have. It's point guard play at its best.
Free throw good. Siakam. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. And here's Wall outside. Good work defensively by Lowry. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Down by 15. Van Vliet kicks to Johnson. Gasol against Bell. 6 on the shot clock. Siakam. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Washington called for the foul. He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second. Wizards leading by 14. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
And again, no good by Toronto.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Here's Wall, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Toronto.
Wall is creative at finding ways to get to the line. The D has to be more careful when it comes to guarding him.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for John Wall. And so John Wall nails both of them. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Out to the wing. Lowry for 3, hits the three-point bomb. Lowry's got 5 now.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Napier passes to Wall. He kicks it to Bell. Puts it up from 12. Goes back up. The 11-footer. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 6 assists here tonight.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 5. Kicks it out to Siakam. The three-pointer no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Wall is a tenacious warrior. He's a high-flying dunking machine, especially off the drive, thanks to his leap.
Raptors trail by 17. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Gasol, no good. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Napier passes to Bell, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, averaging about 19 points, 8 assists, and 2.5 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
His nose for the ball has never been better. I mean, Greg, his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, he'll make you pay.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Johnson, the former Arizona Wildcat, certainly has a bright future in this league. The combination of shooting, speed, and length he possesses is just exciting.
And Toronto making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Mahimi comes in for Thomas Bryant. And it's Hachimura in for Beal. Both good from the line that time. Wizards leading by 15. Here's Wall. Good work defensively by Gasol.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And that one falls for Johnson. Wagner, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Wizards shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Passes to Wagner. Now here's Napier, covered by Van Vliet. Wall draws the double. It's stolen by Johnson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That one is off. He hits the second from the line. Now Napier. He's got 5. Kicks the Wall. Pass to Mahimi. Dishes to Napier. And the 3 ball is good. Napier's got 8.
Okay, he has all the space he needs in this. He's going to make that a lot more than he misses it.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 16-point game. Lets it go from 11. Jump shot is good that time. 7 points in the game. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Wagner. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lowry can't get it to go.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Johnson kicks to Van Vliet. Now the pass to Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Wizards. Wagner's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Wall with the slam.
And tonight, they can't tie Wall down. I mean, found his rhythm, and he's been riding that wave of momentum ever since.
Raptors trail by 16. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Toronto's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Johnson. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists tonight.
Even when the D is roughing Johnson up just a little bit, he still finishes the job in style. I love seeing him muscle through these challenges.
Now, here's Mahinmi over Gasol. Gasol with the rebound. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. The lead now in single digits. Anunoby's got 6.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
Here is Mahinmi. Passes it to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him. Get that lead even bigger.
Raptors trail by 11. Toronto calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Stanley Johnson. Powell, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And McCaw is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. The Wizards also changing it up. Davis Bertans checks in for Mahinmi. And Smith subbed in for Shabazz Napier.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Wagner, guarded by Powell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. Well, you look at Hachimura, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
And that one falls for John Wall. And so Wall nails both of them. Raptors trail by 13. Here's McCaw. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Fades. Not going to go that time. And the Wizards now going the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Nails it from the high post. Bertans got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the opening.
So it's Toronto now. Here's McCaw. Clock at 6. And the Raptors miss again.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Smith for 3. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 7th assist in the game.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Raptors trail by 18.
They need a bucket in a big way here
to regain some confidence.
Wall against Powell. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Powell against Wall to end the cold streak. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
And a moment now to see some numbers for McCaw. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 5 points a night, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Wagner. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 9 rebounds now tonight. To the wing on the left. Uncovered. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Washington leading now by 18. And here's Wall outside. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half and only 1 in the first.
Now here is Ibaka. He's got 7. Yep, that one goes. Ibaka's got 9.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Wall up top. Pass to Bertans. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 8th assist in the game. Raptors trail by 18. 1:22 left to play in the third. The pass to Ibaka. Back to Powell. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer trying to get open is Ibaka. Rebound by the Wizards.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Raptors shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Bertans finds Smith. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds in this game. Powell, no one around him, and the Raptors miss again.
They're still looking for his first points of the quarter. He's not doing anything to help them cut into the lead.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
Look, Wall is a blur. His speed is just incredible. He gets to the cup in the blink of an eye.
Powell with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Then for the Wizards, Bryant is checked in for Wagner. Jordan Bell comes in for Hachimura. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Ish Smith. Here's Bell, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
I love the authority that Bell showed right there. The D has to push him out of there. Well, this is what's going to happen every time.
And here is Siakam. It's off. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Wizards as they end the third quarter on a 15-4 run. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
Keep passing the ball, play fast, get open shots, shoot it, or less focused on getting stopped. No open shots for anybody.
Wanting, Greg, more activity out there, Coach Brooks.
If they cover the basics, they'll be fine. And Coach realizes this.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Thomas Bryant is out there with Bell, and it's Bertans in at the 3 spot. Wall with the steal. It's Bell on the wing. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
What's attractive about Bill is that he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, Kevin, if you know what I mean. His versatility is something teams value tremendously.
Napier, he's checked in for the Wizards. And so Bell nails both of them. Raptors trail by 19. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Powell. He dishes it to Ibaka. Basket, good. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 11 rebounds. Out left to the wing. Here's Napier. The Wizards with another miss.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
The offensive rebound. Siakam misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense. Forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now here's Van Vliet. Napier covering. Another shot. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You take a look at Beal. And at number 4 on the list, he's almost certain to take part in the contest this year. He's going to be excited to let those long-range shots fly on All-Star Weekend.
And the fans have been right to give him so much love. He's deadly from beyond, and he has to be in this contest this season.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And the 3 off target. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Raptors. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Stanley Johnson comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Powell. Now, here's Siakam. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Bryant. Beal deciding where to go with it. Gasol with the steal. Pass to Johnson. To the inside. Here's Siakam. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Napier. And he makes good on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 19.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And stolen by Napier. Good D by Gasol.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Oh, look, I love the confidence of Bill, but when you work that hard in the offseason and you have a jump shot that wet, I guess it's easy to embrace the punishment.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Beal. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Gasol with the steal. Lowry, good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. Fires the 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 7th assist here tonight.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Now here's Beal. And Bell kicks to Beal. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. No good from Bell.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Napier, covered by Van Vliet. Here's Bell. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Raptors.
So it's Toronto now, trailing by 13. Now here's Van Vliet. Napier covering. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Now here's Van Vliet. Siakam passes to Johnson. Clock at 6. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Now here's Van Vliet. D right on him. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Washington leading now by 13. Wall passes to Bell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Johnson against Wall. He feeds it to Bell. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And here are the Raptors now. Siakam outside. Rebounded by Bell.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Van Vliet looking around. Siakam outside. Makes it off the glass. Siakam's got 25 points in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Lowry, good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Now, here's Napier. He kicks to Beal. Bell against Siakam. From 7, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. A 12-point game. Wall against Lowry. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Here's Bell. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Siakam. And Beal kicks to Napier. Looking for Beal. He gets it there. That one goes. Count it. Beal's got 6 in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Van Vliet. Johnson wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Toronto. And Wall. Here we go now. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
One shot.
And that one misses. Raptors trail by 16. Here's Lowry. 2 points. That one goes. Lowry's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Napier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Marc Gasol.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And both free throws good for Napier.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Van Vliet up top. Napier covering. Siakam misses. Wizards leading by 16. Now Napier. And stolen by Siakam. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Free throw good, Siakam. Siakam hits them both.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
Napier dishes to Bell. Back to Napier. Kicks at the wall. Bell against Siakam. The Wizards with another miss. Raptors trail by 14. Johnson for three. Second chance shot. Gasol trying to free himself up. Now here's Napier. Covered by Van Vliet. Beal against Johnson. Outside Bryant. Lets it go with a three. That one misses. And Toronto will come the other way. 3-on-3. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Pass to Bell. He kicks it to Napier. Back to Bell. Now here's Napier. Covered by Van Vliet. Misses the three. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Down by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Washington.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And in a three-game season series, they take the first two, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Wall.
What a teammate he was tonight, setting guys up for layups and open jumpers on what seemed like every possession.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bonga. Down low. Here's Wagner. He's guarded by Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Brown outside. Buries it from three-point range.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.